And joining me now is Senate Armed Services Committee Chairman John McCain. Senator McCain, thanks very much for joining us. Thanks for getting up so early this morning.
Thank you, Jim.
You've had a couple of days to mull this over, the drone strikes that resulted in the deaths of those two hostages. Were their deaths preventable, in your view?
I think it was probably preventable in that there was an obvious breakdown in intelligence. So they didn't know that they were there, and as you know, all of our prayers and thoughts are with their families. So it was obviously preventable. But the question then is, do we continue these drone strikes, and how important are they? That raises all of those questions, and it's clearly a subject for review by both Intelligence and Armed Services Committees and the entire Congress.
And I noticed this week, after the president's admission about these drone strikes and the terrible tragedy that occurred, that both he and the White House did not use the word drone, and they did not say that the CIA program existed. But we do know that to be a fact, isn't that right, Senator, that these drone strikes are run by the CIA?
Yes, and there is a kind of an internal struggle going on within the administration and within the Congress as to whether it should be an armed services operation, the whole issue of drone strikes, or should it be done by the CIA? Obviously, as chairman of the Armed Services Committee, I have some bias, but it seems to me that as much as we could give a responsibility and authority over to the Department of Defense, because that's really not the job of the intelligence agency. But back to your question, I think then that raises the debate. Do we need to continue drone strikes, and if so, how? Obviously, better intelligence. But we are now facing a new form of warfare, these non-state terrorist organizations that are spread all over hell's half acre. And really the only way you can get at them that we know of now that's viable is through the drone operations. They have taken out leadership. And we can argue, in fact, I would argue strenuously, there are places where we could have done a lot more, but this is sort of an aspect of the frozen conflict where we're not going to send boots on the ground to go get these people, and that's certainly understandable.
And that's something that White House Press Secretary Josh Earnest said earlier this week, that they can't conduct an Osama bin Laden raid every time they want to take out terrorists on the battlefield. But I want to pick up on something you just said a few moments ago, which is, and I know you said this a couple of years ago, that you would like to see the drone program moved out of the CIA and over to the Pentagon. Why has that not happened?
Turf battles.
The CIA doesn't want to give it up?
Failure to... in all candor, obviously, and the president said a couple of years ago he wanted to move. There's some question about the capabilities and the equipment that the DoD has as compared with CIA. Look, what this will do, Jim, is we'll renew this discussion with the administration and within Congress as to who actually should be running the drone operation.
And in your view, the CIA should not run this. Yeah, but it's in your view, the CIA should not run this program. I don't mean to interrupt, but I want to get that point.
I do not think so. That's why they're called the intelligence agency, and why we call the armed forces obviously the people that are supposed to be carrying out military operations. And I can understand when it was a very small operation why it would be done by the intelligence agencies, such as U-2s and other reconnaissance aircraft for many years. Now it's reached the point where it's an integral part of the conflict and a very essential one. So I think it should be conducted and oversight and administered by the Department of Defense.